Hello everybody. How are we all doing? So, a little bit of a special video we're going to be doing today, something a little bit different and something you're going to see moving forward. I want to do some videos that explain the history of Eberron. Eberron being the world that I play in on my Friday night campaigns with some peeps that I know in real life, one of them being Rinson here. How you doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm doing terrific, thanks. So when it comes to everything Eberron, I studied like a mother effer a long time ago. I like memorized his rules. I have crazy long campaigns that took place there. But somebody else that knows somewhere around what I know, a little bit less.
A little bit less.
Okay. Who knows probably everything that I know, if not a couple secrets more than me, is Rinson. So she is actually going to help me talk about the world and what it is. So this right here is a quick little VOD just talking about what's going, what is Eberron, where it's from, why do you care about it, and then we're going to do more explaining about the different aspects of Eberron. So to get started, Eberron is a campaign setting. That takes place in Dungeons and Dragons. It originally came out in 2004, I believe, so right around when 3.5 is coming out. So it seamlessly jumped into the new edition. It continued on in 4th edition and will eventually in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. The setting takes place on a planet called Eberron itself. It's actually kind of cool how the world got that name. It was
the primordial worms.
Yeah, that's right. So there's the progenitors, the progenitors, primordial. Yep. Yeah. There was Eberron, Kyber, and Sybaris. Yep. They were, I believe, 2 brothers and a sister. And so we're not going to get into that story now, but the short version is they created the world, the sky, and what's beneath it, which is wicked cool. The campaigns in Eberron generally take place or generally focus in a continent called Corvair. That map's actually right behind Rinson's head right here. But on a continent called Corvair, that's where all your common races are. That's where most of the political stuff takes place. But the details of Corvair, again, a little bit in the future. The year that the campaigns usually take place is 998.
Yes.
It's year 998. This is actually really important, because this is a war-torn world. So let's talk about like what the world is like. When you think Eberron, what like are the 3 big details that you think of, and how does it make you feel?
Cold War. And that makes me feel like everything is dangerous in Corvair. Every action you make has consequences. And you are always the pawn of somebody else's game. And that's the major detail when I think of Corvair. I also think of the Dragon Mark houses, which are cool. They're very mercantile. And I think about the low-level magic, which I love, and how they use that in their everyday lives. Yeah, low-level magic is a huge thing. Yeah. So low-level magic is a huge thing in this game. So when you talk about the low-level magic, I'm going to pick up with that one. It is not a magic-heavy world like Faerun or a lot of other high fantasy ones. They actually, because of the fact that you kind of hit epic level around level 10 in even 3rd edition version of the game, because the level of magic is such a thing, that doesn't mean that they don't have all these amazing comforts. Actually, they have a lot of the comforts that we have nowadays in real life, because they were able to do like a semi-steampunk. That's actually one of the first words I think of. Cold War, and steampunk is one of the words I think of. But they don't do steampunk like crazy techno developments with all these geared engines and blah 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 and girls with goggles on their foreheads. No, it's a little bit different. They supplement technology with magics. So like you have a dirty cloak, you put it inside a cubby, close the door, a minute later it finishes casting prestidigitation on it and the thing's clean. It's not a washing machine, it's magic. Right. Things like that exist all throughout the place. Oh, you don't have airplanes, you have airships, flying air vessels. So it has a steampunky fantasy kind of feel to it that's low magic but very prevalent throughout everything. Yes. So I think that's really cool how it has that that feel. It's very unique.
Yeah. I very much love Eberron. It's a great campaign setting. It is very dangerous. Taking place, the usual campaigns take place only 2 years after the Treaty of Thronehold was signed, which was signed only 2 years after the Day of Mourning, the last real day of war when an entire country exploded from magical energies and nobody knows how or why, where it came from or whatever. That being the pinnacle ending of the last war, known as such because the war lasted for, I think it was 96 years or 94 years. The entire war almost a century. So most races, entire generations, have only known the entire continent to be at war. That's more ridiculous than anything that we've had world wars here. It was horrible in real life. Imagine it lasting 96, 98 years. You know, it makes for a very interesting kind of situation. It's almost like the world has, you mentioned Cold War, and I agree with that. It almost has that feeling between World War I and World War II, where somebody's just waiting for that tinderbox to be lit.
Everyone's on edge. There are people who want the war to come back because it was very profitable for them. There are people who don't. Yeah.
I mean, tribalism is something that exists in all games, but in this one, it really stands out because this tribalism race to race, this tribalism country to country, this tribalism region within country to region within country or other ones nearby, this tribalism within the dragon-marked houses, which are the mercantile ones we were talking about, this tribalism between the continents, this tribalism between, there's so many different ones, and the big, bad plot people that come in, and I can't wait to talk about these things. I'm so excited you agreed to do this with me, Rinson. So we're going to have a lot of fun getting this done. But I think we pretty much just painted a broad stroke of what Eberron is. So I guess until next time, thank y'all. See you soon. Bye.